Hi everyone, welcome back to DBMS lab session. In today's video, I'm going to discuss functions and working with functions using PLSQL and how to develop programs using functions, invoking functions in SQL statements. So I'm going to show you two programs over here. I'm going to create one simple function and another one is the complex function. So what is a function? So in my previous lab sessions, I have discussed the concept of procedures, wherein procedures and functions generally are used synonymously, but there is a difference between procedure and function. So what is a function? A PLSQL function is same as a procedure except that it returns a value, one value. Okay, a function will return one value, whereas procedure will not return a value. It won't be having the return keyword as well. So we'll see the differences between functions and procedures. So this is the syntax of how you need to create a function. So I'll say create or replace. This replace will help you to modify in case if there is already a function existing with the function name, and create will create a new function to you. And so create or replace function and function name, and then the parameters list. It can be in, out. Then the types of these parameters and the return. Okay, so what you want to return and the return type of the parameter, and then you will be having the begin, in which you will be writing the function body, wherein you will be writing the executable statements, and finally you will ending it. Okay, so end the function. So this is the syntax over here. In my previous video, I explained you what is in, out and in, out. So if the function is taking a variable, okay, taking an argument which is coming into the function, then you will mention it as in variable. If the function is giving something as a result from out of the function to the calling function, then the variable need to be mentioned as out. If it is coming in as well as going out, then you will be, if the same variable, same argument you are using inside, and also the same variable you are returning out, doing some computation on that same variable, and the same variable if you are returning from the function, then it is called as in, out. So these are the three keywords associated with the arguments. Now let us look into the differences between functions and procedures. Functions can be called from the SQL statements, where procedures cannot be called from SQL statements. Functions are generally used for computational purposes, whereas procedures are business logics. Okay, so like it can be like related to the salaries or employee salaries and all that. But whereas for calculating the salaries for the small purposes, you will be using these functions. Functions do not have pre-compiled execution plan, but whereas procedures will have. And because they have very long code, very lengthy code, functions return one value, but we can also return multiple values by using this out keyword. Procedures can return, but in the return keyword you need to mention only one variable. Procedures can return multiple values. Then functions must contain at least one return statement, whereas procedures can contain return statement without a value. So it cannot return any value. It can only return a value through the out variable. Okay, so that is the main difference between functions and procedures. We cannot call procedures from functions, okay, but you can call functions from procedures. From within the procedures you can call functions, but from functions you cannot call procedures. We cannot use exception handling. We can use exception handling in procedures. So these are the differences between functions and procedures. Now I will demonstrate creating these functions in Oracle Live SQL. So let us get started. So this is my SQL worksheet. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a function that returns an array of random strings. So I just want an array of random strings. Strings nothing but group of characters. So I want random strings, even if there is no meaning to the word that is formed, that random string. I just want some random strings to be formed. Okay, fine. To do how I will do this particular problem is, first thing is I am going to create the nested table to be returned by the function. So what is a nested table? So the code that you are seeing here in line number 3 is the nested table. Okay, so first thing is I am going to create a nested table type to be returned by the function. So this code that I have written in line number 3 is nothing but nested table, or you can also say that VArray. Now what is this nested table? Nested table is a one-dimensional array, meaning that it will be having only one column. Okay, so there can be multiple rows, many rows, but only one column. That's why I said it's a one-dimensional array. Okay, fine. And the elements inside the nested table also will be in terms of homogeneous elements, or they will be of the same type. Homogeneity means that the values inside this table will be homogeneous elements. So I'm going to create this because I want to collect this random strings into this particular table. So say I want 5 random strings, I'll be putting them as 5 rows inside this table. So how to create this nested table? So I said create or replace type. So this is the syntax, and this is the name of the nested table. I have named the nested table as Sudha, and is table of, and I am saying what is, because I said the table will be containing only one column, and I am saying the column is a varchar2 because it's a string. I want to collect the random strings, so that's why it is varchar2. And I am saying 100, the capacity of it is 100 columns. Okay, so each and every string can go up to the length of 100. So this is how I have created to, why I created this nested table is to catch the strings. Okay, so to accommodate all the strings, I am creating this nested table. So in the next step, what I did is I have created a function that will return the array of random strings. Okay, so how I created? So I have used the syntax. So I said create or replace function. This is the name of the function. Okay, so random underscore strings is the name of the function, and it is taking an argument. What is the argument it is taking? It is taking an argument which is count in. You can also say A, B, C, whatever you want. So I am saying count in, and then it is in, so it is coming inside the function. So I just have given the in keyword here, and this integer means that the type of this count in is integer. Okay, fine. And I am saying it will return the table. Okay, so the nested table I have created, so it will return this table is A. Okay, so what is A? A is of type the table that I have created. Okay, so then initially I am putting Sudha, and I am putting empty thing into it. Okay, so I am creating an empty table, and now my logic has done. So I am saying begin. Inside begin, what I said is I said a dot extend count in. Now what is extend? Extend is like memory allocation. Okay, so it will create. So I am saying count in, right? So what I'll get in count in is this count in will tell me how many I want, how many strings I want. So I say I want 10 random strings, so count in will be 10. Say I want 2 random strings, count in will be 2. 5 random strings, it will be 5. Okay, so so I'm passing this. So this extends is inbuilt function, so which will create 5 rows for me. Okay, empty rows for me. It will allocate the space for 5 strings to get accommodated. So that is this step. Okay, so after that I'm turning in a loop. So I said for I in range, so this is the range. Okay, from where, since I want 5 strings, I am counting from the range 1 to count in. So 1 to 5. So this is the range. I have given the range from 1 to 5. If I'm passing 5, meaning that I want 5 random strings, I am saying 1 to 5. Okay, so this loop will execute 5 times for me. So inside the loop, what I am saying is a of I will be 1, meaning that first row. Okay, so I will be the first row, meaning a of 1. So a of 1 is the first row, is equal to, so I said dbms underscore, so random is a function. Okay, so what I am saying is I want a string, right? I am putting strings into it, so I am saying string. And this method will be taking 2 arguments. The first one is the type of string that you want to generate, and the second one is the size of the string. size of each string. Okay, fine. So I want the string to have 10 characters in it, so I have passed 10. Now let us see what is meant by u. U means that I want all uppercase letters in the string. So if I am mentioning L, I can give uppercase U or else lowercase u, anything is valid. I can also say uppercase L or lowercase l, so which will produce all lowercase strings for me. And then if I say A, it will be mixed case. I will be having upper as well as lower. And if I say X, okay, here if I pass X over here, it will be like uppercase alphanumerical characters will be developed. So what kind of string you want, you can actually use it. Okay, so you can pass that variable over here. And then I'm just ending the loop. Now let me tell you how this loop executes. So initially A will be 1. So A of 1 will get one random string which will be uppercase and also 10 digits, 10 characters long. So it will be there in A of 1. A of 1 means first row. Again the loop will iterate to the, it will go to the second iteration. Second iteration, I will take 2 now. So A of 2, and again another random string will be generated which is uppercase and 10 characters long. And A of 2 is that second row is filled. Again it goes for the third row filled with the next string, and then fourth row filled with the random string, and then the fifth row filled with the random string, and then the range is over, right? So this loop will end and it will return A. So what is A? A is of type Sudha. That's what I have mentioned here. We are saying A number, right? If I say A number, in the previous programs we have said, when I said A number, meaning that A is of number type. If I say A string, meaning that A is of string type. Here I said A Sudha, meaning that Sudha is nothing but the nested table I have created. So A is of nested table. Which is named as Sudha. So the A is of nested table Sudha. So I am returning A. Okay. So this is my entire function. Then I have ended the function over here. So this function is called in the PLSQL programs. Okay, so this is my PLSQL program. So wherein I said declare, and then I said X. X is of Sudha, because I am taking, right? So this function call will return A for me. So that A is of Sudha type. So here the X is also should be of Sudha type. So that's why we said X Sudha is equal to. So this is the name of the function. So what did I name the function? I named the function as random strings, right? So I'm calling the function. So this is the name of the function. Random strings is the name of the function. I'm calling the function. On what number I'm calling? I'm calling the function for 5. That's what I told you, meaning that this 5 will be caught here in count int. Means that I want 5 strings. Okay, if you want 7 or 10, whatever, you can pass over here. So what this as soon as I called this function, okay, so random strings will be executed and it will return A for me. What is there in A? As I already told, first row, second row, 5 rows will be created with random strings, and that is returned, and now A is inside X. Now A is inside X. Okay, so I caught the return value into X variable. Okay, X is of nested table Sudha type. And then inside my PLSQL I said begin, then I said for I in 1 to X dot count. So I am counting till 5. Okay, so all the rows. Okay, so count will give me all the values inside the column. So X dot count will return all the values inside the column one by one. So I am counting till 5. Okay, 5 values inside the column, 5 rows. So 5 rows will be executed one after the other. Why I am executing them is I want to see the strings that are generated and I want to put it on the output. So I am saying dbms underscore output dot put underscore line, so which will put the output on your console. Then I said X of I. Okay, so I will be 1. So X of I will be the first row, X of 2 will be the second row, X of 3 will be third row, fourth row and fifth row. And after the count exhausts, then the loop will exhaust and print all the 5 strings on the screen, and the loop will exit, and then the PLSQL block also ends. So this is the program I have written, wherein you can understand I have written 3 things over here. First is I have created a nested table, which is a one-dimensional array, and wherein I'll be putting this nested strings, and then I have created the function with the random strings, which is used to generate the random strings and return the random strings. and then I have written a PLSQL block from which I am calling this random strings a function. So let me execute this program and show you. Okay. Okay, I have run this program and you can see type created, the nested table is created, then the function created, then it is saying statement processed, and these are all the 5 strings that I have got. Okay, so the 5 strings, since I gave you there, meaning that I want the strings to have 10 characters, you can see that each and every string is of 10 characters and all the characters here are uppercase. Okay, so I wanted 5 strings are generated. So this is how you can generate random strings using functions, and by this you can understand how to create functions and call it from the PLSQL block. You can change this u to x. For example, I'm making it as x, and let us see what I'll get as an output. So you can see that type created, function created, and then it is giving me the alpha numericals. Okay, so I got the alpha and numericals. Okay, fine. So this is regarding the function, and now let us see another function, which is very simple function. So wherein create a function to find the square of a number. So for that I'm creating a function, create or replace function. So the name of the function is fun. Then it is taking an variable which is a. Then I said return integer is b. So the function will return a variable which is b, which is of type integer, and this integer I am assigning the in variable which is a. So now whatever I have passed into this function will be assigned to b. Then I said begin, and I simply said b into b, which is just squaring a number. So what will happen? This will be returned. Okay, so b as an integer will return. So I just ended the fun function, and now I have written the PLSQL block. I said declare x is equal to 5, so I'll be passing 5. Okay, so then I said s number begin, then s is equal to fun of x. So fun function will return, so the control will go to the fun function now. So inside this fun function, 5 into 5 will happen, which is 25, and which will be assigned into b, and b will return to us. Okay, and which will be again assigned to s. So then I wanted to print the result on the screen, so I just have written dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. Then I said square of a number is s. Okay, so this is how I have written. I have ended the PLSQL block. Now let me execute and show you the code. So this is the function, and this is the PLSQL block from which we are calling the function. So you can see here in the output, I got function created and statement processed and the square of a number 25. Okay, so I just got the result. So that's it, friends. This is all about creating functions and functions returning some value to the PLSQL block. I have shown you a complex program and a simple program over here. Hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you.